How's it going, everyone? We're back with another weekly watch list. So thank you all very, very much for watching, and I hope you've had a good weekend so far. So this is going to be my level zones, things that I'm looking for this week, this upcoming week in the stock market. And as always, we'll be looking at SPY, QQQ, and IWM. So short week, right? We have Independence Day, United States. For those trading New York Stock Exchange, which I imagine would be anyone watching this video for the most part. On Thursday, Wednesday the 3rd will be closed as well. So short weeks, a little bit choppy, a little bit harder to trade. So be a bit more risk off this week. Don't want to start the new month on a short week, putting on too much size, breaking rules, going on till getting emotional, things like that, right? And, we want to avoid those things at all costs. So let's get into it. All right. So first things first, when you're looking at SPY, okay, got the 4 hour here. First thing I see, right, take all away all the levels, EMAs, just price action, volume. It looks a little bit off, obviously, but a little bit like a double top. We'll see. If we go over to the daily, not looking great there either. Okay, lots of selling up at that 550 area. Same with SPX as well. I mean, check out the volume on last Friday. I mean, it was heavy. I personally, had my biggest trade of the year taking SPY puts. It was lovely. Kind of in that late second half of the day, later in the day. But, super high volume, long wick, big candle, after declining volume from the previous day going up, it looks like we're probably headed towards this gap. So I went over this in the last watch list. I have it obviously again for this week because we haven't gotten there yet. But this 537 gap, right? We busted through it. We have not retested it. It's obviously a gap on the daily. That's going to be the first thing that I'm looking at on SPY for a bounce. Okay, so if I just head over to the 15-minute here, a couple levels, previous day high, right here, 550, previous day low, support and resistance. Again, previous day close, I'm always marking out here in this gold dotted level as well. Acts as support and resistance. Again, if we're over it, a little bit more long bias, below it, a little bit more short bias. Again, I'll say a little bit, not a lot. Next level I have here is this zone here, this 547 area to 547.3. If I actually take it out to the hourly here. It was a good level, reject. It's a supply zone, right? We had this 1 hour supply here, right? Rejected it again, came up, rejected it again, finally busted through it. Acted as support, really good support here Friday morning actually. Swept it, busted up to 550, and then broke through it again, retested it, and back down. So I want to keep that on the chart. If we're over it, I'm thinking a little more long, back to the previous day high. Below it, back to the previous day low. Real simple trading. I'm not doing anything crazy here, okay? So that's going to be the main things I'm looking for on SPY. SPX, okay? This 5,500 level, I'm going to be looking at that, right? Whole psych number. Rejected it once, kind of rejected it again on Friday, but again, that's why it's marked in blue. Potential level, previous day high, previous day low, marked. Biggest thing we're looking for in SPX is this 5450. This area here. We break, retest, back down. That's where I'm going to see us maybe come back down here to this 5420, but honestly, probably down here at this 5400. That's going to be my main target, right? This 5400 on SPX. If we are going to have a red week, that's going to be my target this week on SPX, all right? Real simple. QQQ. Anyways, QQQ, let's go back. So same type of thing here. Previous day high, previous day low. Yes, previous day close. Okay. So these are the first areas I'm watching for support and resistance. But again, same thing here. We had this strong level, right? Support, broke through it, retested it, back down again, right? Came back up, back down, right? Broke over it, kind of swept it a little bit here, back up. Just a lot of action at this level. So this 482 area. 4 to 483, right? Be looking for this, above it, looking back to previous day high, below it, back to previous day low. Okay, same type of thing. I believe we have a gap on QQQ as well. Yeah, here at this 468. So check out that price action. It's obviously, very bearish. I'd say this would be my first price target. This 468 is gonna be looking for a bounce here on QQQ. Why don't we check out the weekly real quick on these? Yeah, that doesn't look too good for longing. I could see us pushing up a little bit just to kind of get some liquidity and then pushing back down, right? But obviously that type of candle, almost like a weekly doji up here at the top, long wick, higher volume, not ideal, okay? Honestly, let's go check out the weekly on SPY. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty grim. That's definitely a little bit of a tweezer top here on the weekly. I mean, man, this looks pretty bearish. Again, we want to remove bias as much as possible, especially this market that we've had. I swear since the fall of last year, it just goes up. But just looking at technicals and price action, obviously that's a pretty bearish signal there. Doesn't mean go in there and just buy puts it open Monday. You never know, right? But sometimes trading gives you opportunities where it really is extremely simple. And when you know what you're looking for, it can be easy, okay? So let's finish off with IWM. 4 hour, actually daily 4 hour, doesn't really matter. We bounced the 61 fib on the daily, had that a few weeks ago, and we got this channel going. Obviously seems kind of bullish here, right? So, we could ping pong in this channel a little bit more, but it's kind of like a one big flag. Like if we go to 4 hours, really where it is, check that out, right? Real big channel here. We break above, I'll be looking at like heading up to here to this 210, right? Where we topped out before, right? And started this little bit of a downtrend here, this channel, all right? So, break above, but the first reject I'm looking at is if we do get a reject, it's up at this 205 area. So let's head over to the hourly, where this trend line is, where this rejected up here before in the pre-market last week or week before that. It's 205, first target for reject if we get over that previous day high. So over the previous day high, like you could get into some longs. That's ideally where I want a long, but I'm going to be very, very careful. I probably won't actually long until we get over this 205 or over this trend line. And then that looks like a really good long set up back to this 207, okay? Previous day closes there as well, all right? So again, above it, a little bit more long bias, below it, a little more short bias. It's keeping this level on the chart. It was a good level. It's 202.68, right? Resistance, pre-market here, support, broke through it, retested it, back down, right? So good level, below previous day low. My next support's going to be at 199.95, and then more so this 198. I think you should take a little bit of a stronger level. But again, this was a pretty good level here on the chart, so I'm going to keep it on there, all right? That's pretty much going to wrap it up. That's everything I have for this week. Be smart with your trading, be safe with your trading. Short week, expect maybe a little bit of slower movement, a little bit of choppiness. Take those gains, most of your positions, scale that 20, 25%, leave those runners. You're never going to go broke. You're never going to lose money doing that. And, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did get gain any value from the video, please consider dropping a like, a comment. That would mean the world to me. And I wish you all the best week inside and outside the market.